Hey, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy, and together we're the Rainbow Grannies. Hey! We come here every Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. We're here both on YouTube and TikTok Live. So it's grab your cup of coffee. We're here to uplift the LGBTQ plus community. We are living in tough times in the U.S., but here in Pittsburgh, on top of the hill, in our little cul-de-sac, life is good.
Life's good, pretty good right now. We got the good coffee going on this morning, which we would give them a shout out, but they didn't send us the samples that they were sending. So, if we get the samples, we will definitely shout out. We'll shout out and let everybody know what kind of coffee we're drinking. Morning, everybody. What's happening? Oh, Kate, good morning. Kate, I recognize your name now. Judy isn't aware because she goes to sleep sometime.
Because I go to sleep sometimes?
Yeah, well, last night I turned on my Facebook and it sent me this this thing with stars and stuff. And it said, something about your best follower this week is Kate. And I was just like,
you.
Yeah. And so now I recognize, it's you. And I recognized the name and I was like, wow. So
cool.
I posted the thing. Hopefully you didn't mind, Kate. I posted the thing that, of course, Facebook sent me so that they would, encourage other people to want to be a Kate.
Uh-huh.
They all want
be a Kate. Everybody should be a Kate.
They want you to all want to be there too. And thank you very much, Kate.
What we got going on here? We got some more folks coming in. Slow morning.
Morning, Liz. How you doing? Morning, Rachel, my girl. How you doing?
And our tea and our hot cocoa.
Wow, thank you. We're getting all kind of hearts here and love.
I mean, we give each other a kiss from TikTok whenever they send us a gift.
Thank you. Yeah, whenever we get gifts, we send kisses and loving. And you want this?
You can hand me
You want to put this against that, and then you can set it up against there.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Wish that I could find love. Liz, you can for $50 on a Saturday night, you can find love. Okay, maybe things have gone up.
Maybe. Everything's going up.
Yeah, maybe it's 100.
Maybe.
Depending on how long you want them to stay too.
Yeah, you want them to stay for breakfast?
Oh, don't let them stay for breakfast, Liz. Not until don't do it
until you find that true love. Find a true love.
No, you just got to feel it out a little bit, I mean, I don't know how the rest of this is. We're just joking with Liz, really, because, she wants to find love, and we totally, completely understand that. But it is true. When you're out there in the dating world, I mean, I don't know how they run it now, but in the old days, you don't let everybody stay for breakfast.
I thought in the old days, you invited the whole club back home for breakfast.
No, I'm talking about if you're having a little romantic night.
Uh-huh.
They don't stay for breakfast. You don't let them stay for breakfast because if they stay for breakfast, they're coming next week with the truck. Because
you gotta make sure it's the real one.
Oh my God! You don't get. I mean, I seen just yesterday where somebody was talking online about they couldn't get rid of somebody that was romantically took a liking to them, and I wanted to ask the girl, but it was in one of those ones where I don't want to cross the line or something. One of those.
So Liz is really asking any suggestions, and our biggest suggestion to meet people, we think, is to join meetup groups, do an activity that you like to do, because then chances are you're going to meet people who know people, and you will find somebody, and you'll already be doing
what I was trying to say was, if you give them the good stuff, and we all know what the good stuff is,
they're not going to go away.
It ain't so easy to shake them off when you want to get rid of them. You got to pace yourself on that. You can't, you can't be knocking them out the park. Don't knock them out the park and expect them not want to stay around for breakfast. I mean, everybody that knows this probably is not up this morning, or they're trying to get somebody to come out, leave the house so they can.
Candy's going thrifting today. There you go. There's a way to meet somebody too. Thrifting and Home Depot. That's where you can meet people too.
I don't think we're supposed to go to Home Depot for the politics, but I don't see the problem with it. You go to Home Depot.
Well, I was at Lowe's yesterday. There were a lot of lesbian couples and lesbian singles walking around Lowe's too.
I never even thought when you said you was going to Lowe's yesterday that I probably need to go with you to tag along. That's like your wife saying, "I'm going down to the lesbian bar tonight," and you
You're
say,
not
"Okay,
invited.
okay, be careful," I mean, I didn't even think about, that I was sending you out there in the jaws of life, that somebody was going to just snatch you up and take you away,
That's right. So Grandizer is here. What is the good stuff? Like the song "Looking for the Good Stuff."
You know what the good
Boogie
stuff.
Night.
Boogie, 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 boogie nights. Okay, hey, thank you very much for coming on and everything. For anybody on TikTok here that doesn't know who we are, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
and together we're the Rainbow Grannies. We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're live. We hang out with part of the
We're
LGBT.
all live. We're old, but we're all live.
She get ready to make me crazy. Here, I better put these away. So, this early in the morning, you get ready to see this, live. What's the problem? Oh, because you need paper again. Every day, we always put paper out here, and it's gone. I don't know if Paulo takes it or what happens. Paulo's our cat that gets into everything, So, yes, the Grandizer from the House of the great state of Pennsylvania. Thank you, Grandizer. We are live. So, Grandizer, are you from Pennsylvania too?
Are you from Australia?
Okay.
Or New Zealand?
I can't remember.
Or Europe? I know. I don't remember either. But I keep thinking you're from down under. Yeah. So what else we got here? Hey, from North Carolina is in the house. And Candy is from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Candy.
From Italy is in the house.
Hey,
Arizona. Okay, Granddaughter. I would wait. It starts with an A though. Australia, Arizona.
Look, hi from Italy. Hey. Well, you know what, Candy? I'm really into right now. I'm planting all these seeds for the garden center and all this kind of junk or whatever. You got any extra seeds? Let me know. You got any seeds? Send them my way. So,
San Antonio, Texas. Here. That's Rosa.
So,
and Phoenix, Arizona, South Carolina.
So that's Chris from South Carolina and Jane from Phoenix, Arizona. I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. And we got the best moderators on TikTok. The best. One day, you know what? One day we ought to open up and do Facebook too. We ought to go live too. We probably could have did that through there. Wonder how that would work. But really, the goal is to
YouTube.
The goal is to get you to come on over here to YouTube and follow us on there so we can build that in order to build our,
our watch hours there. Shannon is here from Memphis.
People still use Facebook? Well, Candy.
And Vixen.
Some of us do. And I'm going to tell you why some of us do. Some of us use it because we're too damn old and too confused to try to use this new stuff that just got out. And I'm gonna tell you, if they make their new stuff user friendly, where people like me can use it, then okay. But I'm gonna tell you, I've been on some of them other new ones, and I tried. I'll say that blue one, whatever it is. I couldn't figure it out, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't have time. I don't have nobody young here to sit here and open it up and make it happen for me.
So we got Oklahoma in the house, New Jersey in the house, Las Vegas in the house.
Okay, yeah, Candy. I got
Russia
Reddit.
In the house.
Here, I got something's pulling there. I got a
Can I help you, honey?
No, but I was trying to think here. Yes, I do use a little bit of that Reddit, but I didn't even know you could use it like that. I mean, roll call. So, where are you from, guys? Where are you from? Grandizer, you seem like such an organizer.
New Jersey.
It's too bad you're not here because we could sure use some organization.
Right, you could be our social media manager.
Yeah, we could use somebody to get this rolling right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kobe, how you doing? Guam, USA. I think we're going there for our vacation, aren't we?
Oh, we're going to Guam?
Yeah, we're going to leave. We'll leave tomorrow, and we'll be there. So, Arlene, can you send me the address of where we need to go?
Shannon, okay. Shannon's 712 here. She got to go get a cup of coffee. Be right back. Okay,
all right, Shannon. I'm good to see you today. East Texas. Yeah, Rachel. East Texas is nice too. It's hot down there though, ain't it? I don't know what it's going to be today here. If it's going to be hot and
The sun came out a little bit.
yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty day. I
I
didn't
gotta
check the
try to
weather.
run down to the library today before all the demonstrations start, so maybe I can find parking. I just want a book. It's just a book I want to look for and grab it and
I
take
guess
it out. Louisiana's in the
sending
house.
my wife to the library is like sending her to Home Depot. I got to keep Bangor, Maine. Okay, that's a cool place. I think. Let's see. Tubby, you're feeling the best you felt all week. That's great. You know what? I'm so glad to see you guys. It's so nice to have you hanging out. Can you do me a favor? Because I see only 5,000 likes, I want to make sure everybody's tapping that screen. Tap, 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 tap that screen. Let's tap that screen and get us a subject going and something to really talk about. I know it's nice when I shout you out and let you know. And Nancy, thank you for being the newest follower. And anybody else that wants to be the newest follower and get shouted out right away,
Right, and
do it right now.
Jacob's here on YouTube. Good morning. And also on YouTube, you can minimize the chat and hit the thumbs up to help push the algorithm out to let folks know we're here this morning.
So Jacob, is that you on YouTube and TikTok? Because there's a Jacob on there now that says how long you guys been married. We've been married only 3.5 years now, but we've been together like 11 years. Thank you. Rachel's on it.
This would be me. See what Luna did. Luna went to the store to get bread and came back with a lemon tree.
Oh, see, I'd grow a lemon tree if we could grow one. You just bragging, Luna, because you're out there where it's nice and the weather's beautiful, huh? And I'm up here where I can't tell from one day if I need snow boots or a tank top.
So we're here in Pittsburgh.
Thanks,
what do you
Jacob,
think?
for riding both. I appreciate it. You can help over here too by minimizing the chat and help put a thumbs up and get it going here. I see there's only 4 thumbs up on. I realize that sometimes this can be monotonous, but if we all do what we need to do, then this can help push the channel along and make Judy and I subsidize our income. And that's what the goal was, to be able to subsidize. Well, actually, the goal was just to have fun and everything. But once I found out we could make a little money doing this and that all you have to do is minimize the chat and make sure we get some watch hours, we're here.
Oh, and here we have big love from the UK. And Chris said he didn't know the library was open on Sunday. Yes, I like the library to open on Sunday because parking is free on Sunday.
Well, it probably depends on what city you live in.
That's right.
But she goes down to that big one downtown, not downtown, it's in Oakland.
But
Carnegie Library, it's real nice and it's huge and it's got, and what I found out, oh my God, I'm from a small town. I don't know how many of you are from small towns too, but I think it was a couple weeks ago, we went to the library because they had the seed trade thing there, right? For seeds for gardening. And did you know that you can go to the library and they have musical instruments that you can take out and take them home and play with these musical instruments? And those, what do they call
synthesizers?
Yeah, synthesizers and balancers and all this fun, neat stuff to play with, all the buttons and headphones and stuff. They got all that stuff at the library for you to actually sign out, take home and play. If I had a parking spot today, it depends on, I would probably want to do that. Look and see if there was something. Even though I got enough projects on my hands, that would be another thing I would be bringing home and sitting here and playing a little bit. I couldn't play while you were down there. Let's see. Hey, Jane, good morning to you too. And hey, Jasper from France. Mwah. Ooh la la. How do you like that? Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you for all the gifts. I did see gifts rolling by and I appreciate it, Every time you send a gift, we give it kisses. And it helps buy the pizza.
Yeah, coffee in hand. What is on the agenda today? Well, Shannon, what have you got in mind? You got any questions for us or some topics for us? Good
morning from Boston. Moose Weiser. So.
Yeah. Oh, what were you telling me about Elk County this morning?
Hey,
this is the place we go. Normally in October, we go to Elk County because that's rutting season. And you hear the elks, bugling all over the place.
Elk County is located in Pennsylvania. And if you're not aware, there are actually wild elk that roam the wild prairies and woods and mountains of Pennsylvania up in Elk County. And it's unbelievable. We're talking thousands and thousands of elks, which the babies are all being born right now too. It's spring. Well, you
Oh.
don't be going out there messing around with the babies. I'm a word to the wise.
Mhm.
Do not approach
An
an elk when there's a baby near. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you do it on camera and say, Rainbow Granny told me not to do this. And make sure you show some action shots. Take a friend, have them hold the camera.
From a distance, because they're not going to be as dumb as you.
Yeah, in the car. Yeah, so right now they have they're dropping their antlers. Their racks, they're dropping them they call it sheds. They're shedding. So they're actually people able to go up there in Elk County and walk around in the what it is there's a lot of national or state game lands. So it's not like you have to get on other people's property and stuff like that. There's like you can actually roam around up there and just walk through the woods and find yourself an elk horn. And I'm gonna tell you, them elk horns are huge. Let's see. Coley kids. I did a book reading for kids at the library last Monday. Congratulations, Coley. So Coley, are they Coley Chris, I'm sorry. Are they aware? Everybody's saying bless you, Judy. So are they aware that you're part of the LGBT plus community, and is your library welcoming to you? Because you see what I got on right now? I would wear this to my library. And when we went a couple weeks ago, the security guard, I had on something like this, and the security guard was like, "Oh, you got it all together. You are matching. You pulled your outfit together." And I was like, "Wow, thank you." Because, sometimes, you worry about people like, they don't want to see you because you're gay, or they expect you to hide. So, hey, Stephen, good morning. Hey, Kate, good morning. Let's see. I need some rainbow clothes. You know what, Shannon? A good place to buy them is Macari. I buy a lot of stuff off of that app. Macari. Yeah, I buy a lot of stuff off there. Every hobby that I get involved with, all my coach stuff, all comes from there. I couldn't imagine paying full price for nothing. Now this hat here that I have on, it was the Pirates gave these away. Let's see. I understand I do that to your kind. Let's see. Thank you very much for the new follow. Yes. Do me a favor. Make sure you're following on our YouTube too. So what we're going to talk about today, Judy and I need to have us a real conversation. Let's see. Yes, everybody is cool.
Excuse me, folks. I just had to clear the cobwebs from my head. That's what my mom always called it. So did you know we've got somebody here from Winnipeg is in the house?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see Christopher Michael's our newest follower. Remember Christopher Michael? That was from Winnie the Pooh. Christopher, wasn't it Christopher Michael? And then that one guy sang that real pretty song.
Christopher Robin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong Christopher.
Took a minute.
Thank you. Let me see. Throwback Jake. I think everybody's following right now because they want their name hollowed out. Sacred Springs, pork chop. Let's see. I love pork chop. Don't you love pork chop?
Hey, we can review. How did it go? How was the weather? Anything interesting happening there? Granddad are trying to give us lots of topics.
Okay, we can review. Let's see. Yesterday, I did make the pork. I made pork roast, mashed potatoes, and sauerkraut for dinner last night. And I made enough for like 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be having that for the next couple of days. I'm going to ship some off to my daughter. She gets off work and she's supposed to be here.
You made it sound like we're going to eat 20 people's worth of pork in the next couple of
Oh
days.
my God. I can't believe, when you're used to buying when you got kids and you're used to wanting to make sure you got leftovers, it is so hard to adjust when there's just two of you. Right. And I'm making just enough food for the two of us.
And then what happens when mom isn't there to say, don't eat, dinner's getting ready. When you don't have that, then you're here eating, and you can smell that pork cooking in a slow cooker, and you're just hungry to eat all day. That's what I did yesterday. I ate all day.
And when I walked in there and dinner was about done, and she had a protein bar in her mouth, I'm telling you, I saw red. Fire shot out my eyes because the last thing you want to do is be up in the kitchen cooking, and you just walk in there and see somebody eating a protein bar.
Now,
yes, we do have
it was
grandkids.
5 o'clock, and Edie said, well, it's going to be on for another hour. So I got my protein bar at 5 o'clock, because I figured it'd be another hour before dinner was ready.
To die in an
Mm-hmm.
hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyway,
that's what you said.
yes, preach.
That's what
I
you
know,
said.
because
Mm-hmm.
we know how it
Mm-hmm.
feels. You know, you're the one that's brave enough to go in there and fight the battle of making a nice dinner. And the last thing you want is somebody to look at you and say, I'm not hungry. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she did
Yeah,
force
well, you
herself
sure
and
know
eat. It
better
was
than
just a
that with
snack,
me.
Edie. I know, Rachel. I know it was just a snack.
Uh-huh.
But,
Uh-huh.
excuse me.
And you should know better than that. I eat all the time. I'm never not hungry.
That's right, Grandizer. When I make food, it's enough to end world starvation. I'm gonna tell you. I mean, actually, I used to make it where like this, where we could actually, and we could probably do that. Make the containers of our food and freeze them
Mhm.
with some, greens and stuff in them,
Mhm.
and then that way, we've got this. They're all ready. All they have to do is be microwaved.
Mhm.
Because let's see,
What you make good, Grandma? What was it? Pork roast.
I made a pork roast, mashed potatoes, and sauerkraut, and then I had gravy, for the pork roast and the.
And I can still smell it from cooking yesterday. The house still smells so good. No
So
wonder I'm so
Michelle,
hungry.
she's
Where do I wake up
barbecuing.
hungry?
At her family today for dinner. And did your family live close to us, Michelle? Because I'm not doing nothing this afternoon. I love a good barbecue. I will come, and I promise you, I will be entertaining and full of charm and wit and have a good time. Let's see, Edie, spell the
The
you
name
know
of
what,
the app.
Shannon? Are you
Yeah.
my friend on Facebook? If you're my friend on Facebook, send me a message on there, and I'll send you the thing. Okay, I'm Edie Glenn Green on Facebook. So if you friend me on there, I can answer the messages and stuff. Or even if you send a message on this after it shuts down. Okay. Well, after your YouTube shuts down and everything, if you type that message in there, I will see it later on. So
Yeah, goodbye.
thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Cooley's gonna go have rib.
Oh, I like ribs. Did we find out if we were invited to the cookout yet? No, we didn't find out yet. Anybody that has ever invited us to a cookout has never been disappointed. We always bring something,
Mhm.
and not just paper plates and a big bag of chips.
Mhm. I mean,
we bring
Edie
a to-go container.
Edie gets requests. Hey, you coming to our family picnic this weekend? Yeah. Could you bring your and
They like my bean dish. My bean dish. I make a
Bring
really
your
good bean dish, and it makes nice for a cookout.
And I bring the special thumbprint cookies from the store.
Yeah, she goes and buys it. Thank you very much. I'm glad we make you happy in our thank you. Chris, I don't know what you're doing there. I keep having to let's see, fix that. I keep forgetting to fix that when I get on there to see if there's something. Let's see.
So the weekend review.
Where are you
See,
from?
the weekend review is interesting. Oh, I did with work. That was my weekend review. I worked on Monday. I worked on Tuesday.
Gishela's from Sweden.
I worked on Wednesday.
Sweden's pretty far. Do they yodel in Sweden? Yodel?
They don't. No, that's Switzerland.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was yodeling. Okay. Sweden. We're from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I know. Where's that, huh? Jake, good morning. How you doing? What's happening? Let's see. So I can start out by, you better pick your camera. I can start out. Well, I really want to wait to do this. So
hey, can you help me to clean that box?
It's not heavy enough, not for all you do to it.
Thank you. You don't be like that. You need a happy pill or something?
Yeah, I could. Well, maybe.
I'm not doing anything.
Anybody want to talk about something nice? Let's see. Do you ever argue? We're having one right now, Shannon. We're having one. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? We're having an argument. Who all tuned in to watch us argue? Because it's getting ready to get good. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't argue if she would just do what I want, and then we'd all be okay.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would
that make for a lonely life.
Look, I would not want to make Edie mad at me. Well, you know what, Shannon? Somebody doesn't care. Don't bother Judy
following me.
Never go to bed angry. We never go to bed.
You guys, hope all is well.
Somebody said don't go to bed or don't go to bed angry. That means we'd never get to go to bed. I'd have to sit up all night.
Oh, here we go. Greetings. Xena Warrior Princess or Wonder Woman? Xena, definitely.
But she wears open-toed shoes, and nobody can fight crime in open-toed shoes.
What was that show we thought
I don't know, but I just realized that it's true. And that little dress, I mean, we all don't wear, when we're out there fighting crime, the last thing we want is a dress showing our ass and open-toed shoes. If you're somebody that thinks that you can fight crime in open-toed shoes, go get yourself a pair. Do videos. Do TikTok videos of just running up the sidewalk, a gravel driveway. Run up a gravel driveway in open-toed shoes.
That's all right. So you go be Wonder Woman. I'll go be Xena.
Xena looked fine, but the only reason you're talking that is because she's gay. If she wasn't gay, you wouldn't be talking that. You wouldn't care.
Mm-hmm. Now, Wonder Woman in the last movie that came out some years ago, she was hot.
Let's see. Edie, you have some good video ideas this morning. Thank you, Destin. You're such a sweetie. Are you out camping? Let's see. Yeah. I won't.
Shannon's letting me know how I don't have to hear you get mad.
Oh, that's okay. Oh my goodness. Religious Revolutionaries is our newest follower.
Wow.
I hope you've got something nice to say. Let's see. Nobody can fight crime in open-toed shoes. Isn't that the truth?
They laugh. They like it. We just saw that on the show. What show was
Well, yeah, I can't remember all that. I can't remember how I came down the steps this morning. If I came from the left or the right. And you want me to remember what TV show I heard something off of?
What seed do you have started behind you?
Oh, top secret seeds.
Now you can go on.
Top secret seeds. Those are top secret seeds. They're herbs. No, actually, these ones behind me right here, they're all herbs. There's like thyme and chives and dill and rosemary, and there's even some bell pepper that hasn't sprung up yet. There's parsley. And then over there, I
think I'm going to cook this one summer.
Over there, we got some real good plants going. So that's pretty much what I've been into.
Here on YouTube too. What you got over there?
Yeah, I got some.
You see that? So we got cucumber. We got strawberry.
Do you ever use tarragon? Do you ever use tarragon when you cook?
Huh?
Do you ever use tarragon when you cook? Tarragon.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's asking. I don't think I'm growing any of it but if I get the seeds, I'd like to take Judy out and let's go seed shopping. Mm-hmm. You ever have your wife want to take you seed shopping? But we got to go within the next couple of weeks. We can't be out there fooling around.
Right.
Things got to be put in soon. Let's see. Herbal plants look so good. Yeah. Okay. So wait. You want to grab another one of my things, my craft things?
Sure. Yeah.
So I've been making these craft things too. And this is my idea. Since I'm growing so many of the herbs and stuff, these are little flower pots. Aren't they cute? I've been making these little flower pots. And so I thought maybe for Mother's Day, I'll put like herbs and flowers and stuff growing up out of these. And I'm going to sell them for Mother's Day. Are they cute? There you go.
I think they're wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll be selling those for Mother's Day. And it gives me something to do in my downtime now that I'm recently retired. Can't quite figure it out. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I'll bring one to your barbecue if I get an invitation.
And Shannon says that friends call him Shan, so we can say Shan.
Okay, Shan.
Hey, Shan. So how did we meet? We met 11 years ago at a music festival, women's music festival in Ohio.
Yeah, we met at the Ohio
classroom. The kid would love it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we met at the Ohio Women's Festival, which they don't really have happening too much, or they don't have it at all now. I would love to see it get back on. They do have like women's festivals in like Michigan.
Right.
We went there last year. It was really nice. I don't even think I got stung really bad or eat by mosquitoes while we were there.
Yeah, you weren't stung at all. But
well, we had that big zipper tent.
We had a nice big zipper, patio.
Yeah.
Because it's out in the woods. It's sleeping out in the tents in the woods. And it's real nice. We were able to have our e-bikes there, and that was real nice for getting around.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we love them e-bikes.
I'm going to get a refill. Anybody else need a refill?
I could probably use one too.
Okay.
Yeah, I made that really good coffee. I can't shout them out because they haven't sent me my samples.
Uh-huh.
But if they sent me my samples, I'd be able to shout them out. But I made
right.
that really good coffee today, and people are
Mhm.
watching. This is my third cup that I'm
Yeah.
having, because it's so good. Jane says she does. She wants a cup.
All right.
So, Jane, do you want sugar and cream? Let's see. Galvin or Grandizer says, what happened to the festival? COVID or I think what happened was this is
Everybody
really
got old.
this is really what crazy is. Sometimes people. This is what I think happened. Now I could be wrong. I think sometimes people are so busy being the bosses and being in control of everything that they don't think about taking on the younger generation and letting them try to help learn how to do things. So as time went on and years went on, and I went for many, many years, at least 10 years, I went to the Ohio Women's Festival that I think they never took in young people in order. I mean, there was young people at the festival having a good time and stuff, but as far as like the organization of it, and I could be wrong, and I would love for them to contact me and say, no, that's not what happened. That they just didn't have anybody young, and like everybody, their hips started hurting. Different locations were not suitable for the people that were having trouble getting around, and money and all that. So I think it probably could have, if they would have kept young people going, if they would have brought some young people in with them and allowed them to help run it. Let's see. After I get moved, I want to see and sell pottery. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Whoever keeps typing that, thank you. Because whatever that means, it must be a different language or something that I don't speak in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, we don't speak whatever the heck he was writing. Thank you guys. So thank you for the coffee.
Midwestern.
Anybody that didn't get their coffee, it's too
Here you
late.
go.
You'll have to get it in a few minutes.
So yeah, maybe when it comes to Pride, we should let folks know which Pride we're going to, and we can all meet at there and have coffee together in person.
Well, you know what, we didn't look at. Remember, we never followed through with what we were supposed to look about paying that fee for the truck. Remember to be in Pride this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were hoping to maybe put our truck in Pride and take a bunch of our.
We got to look at all kind of things. We got a wedding to go to. We got Pride happening.
Oh,
we got to see what the dates are for everything.
Yeah, you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got a lot going on, even though we think that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta look it up. We talked about stuff. I don't know that we ever said who we're gonna look things up. I did look up. What was it, like 150 for the truck?
I don't know.
Something like that. 150 or 250 to go in the parade with the truck. That's as far as we got in information.
Yeah. So
I'm retired from corpsman and VA employee. I need to do something.
Oh boy, Matt, are you a foreman?
What to do for retirement?
Yeah, all I can do is make some crafts or maybe volunteer somewhere. Volunteering seems like it's going to be all right, because there's so many things that actually need us to do a little bit without taking money. So being that you're retired double like that, you probably got a little bit of a check. Yes, she's talking about the cost of the truck and being in that Pride celebration. Hey, everybody, let me pump this up.
Yeah, Jen wants to know who approached who at the music festival.
Oh,
now,
good Lord.
There we go. Now, there's the story. I met Edie at a fire circle in the dark the first time, and she flirted so hard that she scared the bejeebies out of me, and I backed up and walked away and didn't give her another thought until the next year. I went looking for Edie at that.
And I'm gonna tell you, talk about didn't give somebody another thought.
Oh yeah, I didn't, but there I was looking for her at that fire circle the next year. And the next year it was in the morning, and so I thought maybe someone would have a fire going for breakfast to cook breakfast, but nobody did. But guess who was right across the way from the fire circle?
Yes, Miss scared the bejeebies out of her.
So you were very different then.
Let the stalking begin. No, I wasn't.
You stopped flirting so hard.
Well, it was early in the morning. My God, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't worked up to it yet. And
I had some food to put on the grill, and Edie said, "Hey, you can put it on my grill." Even though it wasn't her grill, it was her friend's grill.
No, that's not
But
how it
Edie was there
happened.
with all a bunch of friends there. I was with some
You know
friends who were
what?
still sleeping.
We
Edie was with
both
friends
got
who were
this,
all out.
and the story is different each time, and you don't tell it like it happened. You know this. You know this. No, you don't. No, you don't. She
I
come
told
up and
Edie
said,
she was
"Can I put?
cute, and then she followed me
Can I
around
put?
the rest of the day.
Can I warm my weenie on your fire?" That's what she said. Can I warm
Uh-huh.
my weenie on your fire? And I'm like, well,
Uh-huh.
I guess you can. You
Uh-huh.
know, right? That's my Mac. That's an awesome way. Woman look at you and say, "Can I warm my weenie on your fire?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess you can. Now she threw her weenie over on the fire, and the fire was out, but she still ate it anyway. And then that's when I was convinced that she was all right. Because anybody can eat a cold hot dog on a cold hot dog in the morning like that.
You're so full of it. I think they
It's
know you
true.
are.
It's true. I mean, I mean, you know that fire was out, and she rolled her little hot dog down around it and everything. It didn't even begin to swell,
Thank
and she
goodness
picked
your
it up and
friends
ate.
were down there, down the way a little bit with a whole spread of breakfast out on the table and said,
They,
"Come on over here, help yourself."
yeah, she
Thank
tried to be
goodness somebody
shy.
was thinking.
Mhm. Yes, Shan, I did make an impression on her. She followed me around, and then we just had a nice time. And I asked her for her phone number.
And
And
I
what
gave
did
her
she
my
get?
email.
She gave me her email address. Now, what
I
kind of woman
know.
gives you an email address?
How do I know? I don't
And I
know
can't
you.
even believe that I kept it. But she was really cute, and I thought maybe, just maybe, she might make the cut and be able to stay for breakfast. Yep,
So I
email.
followed you around, but you asked me for my phone number. That's your story.
Because I wanted to move on. I
Mm-hmm.
had other things to do that day
Yeah,
besides just follow you around.
I do think that you did follow me
I
around.
probably did.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I
You
don't
know
know.
you did. I invited Edie to come up and watch the concert with me. And she says, "No, I'm going to hang here with my friends." And then I
Right.
looked beside me, and there she is. Came up to watch the
That's
concert
because
with me.
my friends told me, "What's wrong with you, girl? Don't you see that girl just asked you to come here and watch a concert with her? You better gift her." And I'm like, you know what? You right. You right. Don't miss out on that opportunity. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. For anybody that doesn't know us, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
And
and
together
together
we're
with
the
the
Rainbow
Rainbow
Grannies.
Grannies,
We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we have
Eastern
coffee
Time.
Eastern time. We have coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. Please make sure that you're following us so that, for one, we got lots of followers, but for another, so that you won't miss every time we come online. And that's the same with, I want to make sure that you know that we have a YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. Please make sure you're following us on there because, thank you, Dustin, you are on it. Because at the end of our at the end of our show today, we tell a secret and we all go over to the YouTube channel and we tell that secret. And so when you, at the end of our show, when you come over to the YouTube and we shut down our TikTok, then you're going to get to know the secret, right? Do you want to know a secret?
Do you promise not to tell another thing? Don't downplay it. You both were smitten.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we
I
were.
don't know if we were smitten.
Well,
Maybe you were
I had a
smitten.
good time and she was nice and she had a nice butt. Truth of the matter was. Good morning from Pittsburgh. Hey, Aaron, I'm in Pittsburgh too. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you can find yourself a women's festival or a festival or whatnot, but I think that's a good place to just meet people.
Mm-hmm.
We often talk about the meetup.com too, and how
Yeah.
that's always a good place to meet people.
Somebody here wants to know we'll adopt them and they got a pension.
Hmm,
Ooh.
what kind of
Cool.
pension? what kind of pension?
And isn't that what it is? Okay, so when you're younger and you put out, your messages on a dating app, you're showing photos of yourself and saying all the things.
I
I like
showed
to
my
go
Harley.
kayaking and walk on the beach.
My Harley. I used to show my
I
Harley.
used to show you a Harley.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what happens when older? What do? You say,
I got a
I'm
pension.
looking for someone who can drive in the dark and got a pension.
Yeah. Or if they drive in the dark and you got the pension, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wonderful when two people find love. I do
think so,
too. I think it's wonderful when 5 people find
Well, I'm
love.
just going to say, and I think it can be very adventurous when 5 people fall in love.
You know what? I've often wondered how the rhythm of a house goes, because when Judy and I are both feeling romantic, we're both feeling romantic. I can't imagine if we lived in a house with 5 other people, and we're in a poly family, and like, I don't know, 3 other ones are feeling romantic or something. Like, do we just like, it's like throw a cupcake in the middle of the living room floor and everybody just like dive in there for it? Yeah. No?
But being in a poly family doesn't mean everybody poly with everybody else. It just means some are poly with some other.
And you don't mind if somebody
right.
throws a cupcake in the middle of the living room floor,
not. I guess not. When my dad asked who my new boyfriend was, and I told him it was a woman, he told me love is love.
Mac,
good.
Mac needs is a shed with outlets. You know what? I can give you a shed with outlets. Matter of fact, no outlets. You can have extension cord runs all the way to the house. And if by chance you acting up, then I'm pull the plug. Oh, wow. Don't let that check be late. Let's see. When Dad asked who was your boyfriend, what's this?
Yeah, that's the one I just read, and I said it was a woman. He said love is love, and then the same person said they've been married now for 17 years.
Congratulations! I'm very happy for you. You guys, if you're over here on YouTube, make sure you minimize the chat and push the thumbs up. Let's see. I actually am buying soon. We'll have a gender-neutral man castle.
Ooh.
Well, I don't mind. I mean, I don't care who takes. I don't care who cleans the litter box. I don't care who takes the garbage out. As long as it's not me. No, I will take the garbage. And
you'll clean the kitty litter if I'm out of town and you're not.
That's why I decided. That's why I decided every time she goes out of town, I'm going out of town too. I figured this out. That's why
you go with me now.
I figured this out.
Now that you can.
Now that I'm not working and I'm retired, I can go too. So as long as my daughter comes over and takes care of the litter box. So,
which is good.
Yeah. So, is that a Pittsburgh accent? I don't know if this is what you'd call. I'm originally from Ohio.
And if you talk about things that you did while growing up in Ohio, your accent changes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Go ahead, try it. Talk about something that you did when you were growing up.
You know what? I had a thing come through. You know how those memories come through on my Facebook, and one came through yesterday, and it said, do you remember, and this is a question that I can ask all of you too, because I don't know where you're all from and where you're raised and everything like that, but do you remember being young and your mother saying, be careful, don't go downtown, the gypsies are in town, and they steal children? Do you remember that? I mean, honestly, I thought that was just some kind of line of crap my mom would tell me. Okay, see, but when I looked, all my Facebook friends had they had all heard that before too. Their mother said, be careful, the gypsies are in town and they steal children. And that right there, for all of us that might have felt unloved as a child,
might have gone out looking.
Anytime that your mama tell you don't go downtown because the gypsies are stealing children, that means she loved you. That was your mother's way of saying, I love you. Don't let the gypsies steal you. So does anybody ever know of a child that's been stolen by the gypsies?
No, but I know my mom was told that, living in the city, she was told, don't go into that tea shop. If you go in that shop, don't go in the back of the shop with the owners because they're gypsies. And so my mom, of course, had to defy all authority, and she did go in the back. They brought her back. They made her tea. They read her tea leaves. She found it fascinating and wonderful.
Right. See, they didn't steal her. Mm-hmm. They didn't steal her, but I did hear that. That's what, and so it was amazing when I looked at my thing yesterday, how many of my friends, it must have been 100 of them or so, that said, they remembered hearing it too. Yeah. There was only one person from Columbus that said she'd never heard that before. Yeah.
Never heard that. I was raised in Ohio, born and raised in Ohio. Josie, never heard that.
You never. Oh my God.
Middle of cornfields.
Yeah, probably because the gypsies didn't come there. So they came to little small towns where they could just I don't know. I don't know no kids that ever got stolen from the gypsies. And I'm sure that's some kind of racial.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't even think I have to wonder. That's some kind of stereotype.
Somebody said no gypsy threat in Texas. I wouldn't know the gypsy unless they were running around with a tambourine and
And the stereotypical outfit.
yeah, like that bandana on that one there, and a big skirt on and.
Yeah, my mom was in Kentucky and had told stories about that. Now, what really gets me is because the community, the culture of gypsies, it originated in Europe. What the heck were they doing in like Ohio and Kentucky?
And why would they come here to steal the kids? Don't they have enough kids out there in Europe?
There must have been the immigrants who came from Europe who started that stuff.
Yeah, probably. Because I remember, I worked with that one lady that was from, I can't remember where she was from, but she was Romania, and she knew gypsies. And when she would use the word gypsy, when she'd speak of gypsy, it was almost like she had shit in her mouth. She would not say it nice. She didn't say like, "Oh yes, they're a gypsy." They're gypsies. It's like, damn. How can you like be hating on somebody like that when? So I guess it's probably like a racial thing,
Yeah, it's Charlie from Scotland, UK, and it had brought me joy seeing you two on my screen.
Hey, thank you, Charlie. Thank you. We're just sitting here talking about stuff we don't know nothing about, just having ourselves a good old time. Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. So a friend of mine says, she's from Europe and said her background is from French and Gypsy.
I'm having a hot flash.
Oh, it's making your eyes.
Yeah, it's making my eyes sweat, and when my eyes sweat, then I just get hot.
I was told people with tattoos were bad people. I have a tat now. My daughter, it's like 10. Crazy what our parents thought. Yep. Yeah, well, tattoos, you were bad if you had a tattoo. Now look, people have a whole sleeve of tattoos.
So, damn good doormat. One day I hope to be able to start my day the way you two do. Come on, retirement. Well, you know what? Judy's not retired. I am. And she has no desire to retire. She's enjoying doing what she's doing and doing. I think because,
I like the paycheck coming in every
and her
month
job
too.
is not it's not one of them ones that just makes you just miserable. People like me that were working in a miserable situation, we could not wait to get out of there. So, when they told me that, they couldn't hold my spot because my arms was messed up, they don't know. I was really like, yes, thank you, Jesus. I don't want to go back there. Let's see. Damn good doorman says my spouse is younger and getting their master's degree in architecture, and
so I can quit working.
Oh, that's wonderful. Do you want how about you guys adopt me? Everybody always wants me to adopt them. Hey, I want to thank you all for following us. Anybody that doesn't know who we are, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy. And she's together with the Rainbow Grannies.
That's right. And we're just having a good old time here, having coffee with the Rainbow Grannies.
So architecture was also something I was interested in. I keep telling everybody that I wish I had a lifetime for everything I would like to indulge in. So that's like making sculpture, or being a photographer for like National Geographic, or being an architect. To be able to design my own building.
Well, today we do have one of the things we got going on today is we have a family Zoom meeting.
Yes, sir.
And that's Judy's family. How many of them are going to be there?
We don't know yet. I guess we'll find out if they'll all be there or not.
Wonder if they want some pork roast. Because boy, I made enough of it for the family Zoom.
True.
Oh my God, we should boil potatoes. You can make some potato salad with that. I'd like to have a little bit of that.
That's true. I could do that. We talked about that. Today's a good day for that.
Yeah.
Shan said, I'm 57 and really can't see myself not ever working. I will at least work part-time.
Well, I think that's kind of what I'm kind of doing, but I'm adjusting. Shannon, when I first retired, I was like, it was like stressing me out. I was thinking, man, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, but I'm actually catching on to this. I have like Wednesdays, I go to my senior group and I have coffee and donuts and hang out with them. And it's an LGBT plus community center senior group. Mm-hmm. So these are all a bunch of over 50 gay people or whatever, gay, whatever. But anyway, it's so nice. We spend a couple hours chit-chatting with each other, and then everybody goes home and on, maybe go to have lunch or something like that. So then I know that one day a week I have something that I have to do. And there are days where I get up and think, I don't feel like going. But
And it's
I'm
funny
glad I
because you go
do.
out the door on that one day to the senior center, and then
Mhm.
you plan your whole day out
Yeah,
that
once
day.
I'm
Once
out
you're
there,
out,
I go shopping. I love to go to Goodwill and plunder around through there and buy some kind of something to work on my crafts and so
and for me, it's nice actually for me that Edie is retired, even though I'm not retired, because that I mean, you do have more energy for going out and having fun and doing stuff now that you're retired. So, we got membership with the aviary, which is the
and I
bird
love the
zoo,
aviary.
and yeah, because we can feed the lorikeets there.
I love it. You know what? I
Uh-huh.
love feeding the lorikeets. I'm gonna tell you, this is where I start turning into like a 10-year-old kid. Maybe I might be younger, 7. I don't want to share. I do not want nobody else to feed the lorikeets. I want to buy. If I could, I'd go in there and spend $100 and buy all the cups of lorikeet food, and I'd spend all the time feeding them all myself. And
We were there
the
the one
little
day,
kids
and
could watch through the
everybody,
window. They
there
could.
were several people telling Edie about volunteer opportunities. You want to volunteer at the aviary? We got
Yeah.
volunteers. There's a volunteer open
Right.
house that we're going to
I
sign
didn't
up
even
for, I
say I
think.
wanted to volunteer, but they all thought I looked like somebody that should be volunteering at
Mhm.
the aviary. Probably because I was knocking little kids down. It's like, get out of the way. I want to feed the lorikeets. No, I didn't knock none of them down. That would be mean. And we all know I'm not mean.
Or we
Oh,
go,
look, we got a cup of coffee.
oh,
Thank you so much.
or we go to lunchtime opera. To the lunchtime opera thing. The opera school here, they pick like their best students who sing different, songs from different operas, and they tell us a little bit about it. And so we go out for events like that. And these are like just in town trips that we take, especially in the wintertime when there's too
Right.
snowy to
So to
go
go down there for the
out on
opera is
adventures.
nice.
Yeah.
They go down there, you have a few cookies and some coffee and, get out. But today, well, we did get we got some mulch and some, what do you call that? Potting soil and stuff in
Oh,
the
and I
back of
thought
the
I would
truck.
help you unload it from
And
the
what we
truck,
need
huh?
is a couple strong grandchildren to
Please,
help
please,
us
please.
unload the truck.
Because I told Edie I would do it. Please, please come, because now I'm stuck. Now I have to do it.
I had it on
Because
one
I
of them.
thought I was strong, and I'm probably not.
Yeah.
But I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I
You
have
just
there's some guy that keeps asking on the buy nothing pay nothing of our neighborhood that he
Mhm.
wants some stuff to help learn to make fly fishing stuff. And if any of you remember, the past couple years I was really into fly fishing stuff. So I've got all the stuff that goes with fly fishing, how to make fly fishing stuff and all that junk. I'm not going to give it all up, but I was thinking if I private messaged him and I share like a lot of my feathers and all that kind of stuff, maybe he could help unload the truck.
maybe.
But I think that I have to be careful because there's certain things that are against the rules with the buy nothing, pay nothing site.
Oh,
They don't allow you to just like trade off like that.
right.
I mean, you're not, and I think you should. I think I should be able to say, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you.
Uh-huh.
I think that if somebody wants me to watch their kid Saturday night and then they'll come maybe do the laundry Friday, it ought to be something that we ought to be able to work out as.
Yeah, that would be nice. Be able to expand the rules of.
Yeah, they're just so locked in. I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Well, and they don't want to ruin it. So, which is funny. Even if somebody, like I remember, somebody had some drums to give away, and so somebody contacted me right away because know that we collect a bunch of hand drums, but then the person would know they're not in our neighborhood.
Right.
So we can't do that. Can a neighbor help you? All our neighbors are.
No, we'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, I'm glad you're worried about it and thinking about it. Don't you worry about it. We'll be okay. That's if my daughter's in the background watching right now, she's probably like, "Ooh, this is not a good day to go over and visit mom." Matter of fact,
to work.
honestly, her stepson is in
Mhm.
town, and
Mhm.
and her if all 3 of them would come and spend 30 minutes, they could have all this up here and
Mhm.
unloaded.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
dun, dun, dun.
30 minutes, all 3 of them would be faster than that.
Oh yeah,
It'd
yeah.
take us 30 minutes just to bring one bag up.
I got 8 bags of mulch,
Oh,
and
wow.
then yeah, it's quite a
Mhm.
bit. So
Well, here's
anyway,
my plan. Here's my plan. You can
good.
show me each spot where you want the bag set, so I know where. Because I'm a sprinter. I do it fast. I can't hold it and wonder where I'm supposed to put it down.
Yeah,
That will work. Then you can just point and direct. You like supervising.
I do. I'm really good at that because with my shoulders being replaced, there ain't no way I'm lifting too much of that.
And I'm just a dumb butch wannabe kind of person that either can take full advantage and exploit that. Oh, Judy, you're so
So I
strong.
see, I see over here on YouTube where they're talking about different tattoos they have, so they're sharing that. So anybody over here on TikTok have any tattoos? We don't have any. I thought about wanting one, and um, if I don't know how to even do it because if Megan had a baby, I would probably want the little baby's feet on me.
There you go.
But I don't know because I don't want to feel unfair to the rest of the babies. Like grandma just what. And then you got to be careful. You put a set of feet on you. Next thing you know, you got 12 sets of feet on the back of you because everybody's having a baby. We have to have a tattoo fund.
I have one on my ankle. It's a butterfly.
Okay.
See, and getting a tat on a bone. Oh, I love tattoos. I like the paper ones that you put the paper on in water and you got tattoo. And then the next week you can change it up.
So Valerie says, I have one that is shared with 2 other people. I don't understand.
They have the same kind.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anybody else on here? What kind of tattoos do you have? What's that say?
A tat needs to mean something to you, Mike. Next is going to be a vine with the birth flower of my daughter and her husband growing on it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Were you going to put her husband on her? Because I'm going to tell you. You know how I feel about him. They come and go. They come and go.
Somebody put the name of somebody real big on their chest or the arm or something, and then they split up. And it's like,
Tell me what your tattoos are. It's okay if you have
the
them.
moon, one has the stars, and one the sun. Okay, so that's where the 3 of them
That's cool.
shared.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I have a sleeve in remembrance of my mother, and I totally understand that.
I did a Trinity symbol on my thigh. Did it myself.
Ooh, ouch.
I want wing tattoos on my back after I get top surgery.
Ah.
I have a Celtic tree.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting flowers. Thank you for the flowers. Anybody that sees that little heart up at the top of their screen too, make sure you click on that because that makes this like heart jump around on my head.
Okay, since that it's not his name, and they have been together since they were 12. They're now 30. He isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's what we all think.
I'm
kind of bitter on that. I am. I don't trust none of them. I don't. I mean, I would love to say I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I think there's always something out there just calling to them or something that's just like, I don't know. I just trust. That's part of my trust issues.
So one of my nieces, I think, did a Queen of Hearts for my mom when grandma passed away because she loved playing cards. And I thought that was real appropriate. That was sweet, but I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of needles and I'm afraid of anything permanent on my skin like that.
Oh, see, I never got them. Well, you know what? Everybody probably knows that I did used to want one. I wanted an ice cream cone right here on my bosoms. My bosoms, I wanted an ice cream. And then I wanted over here, I wanted like 3 drips of ice cream. So, because I used to have a really nice cleavage, right? I'm showing it now. Okay, so I want an ice cream cone here and drips over here, right? But then as time goes on and gravity sets in, the truth of the matter is, do I want an ice cream cone down here and drips over here? Because that's what it would end up being. Look like a melted. I have to go get it touched up and make it like a melted ice cream cone.
Yeah, and then the color wouldn't be the same anymore either. My daughter had the moon tat,
this
and
is
the
Shannon
inside
talking,
of the moon is
not Judy.
filled. Yeah, not me. It's filled with roses. The moon is her husband, and the rose for my middle name. Very cool.
Your phone's acting janky with the connection, but I'm following now. I'm glad you're here and you're following with us. Everybody, hurry up, follow. If you're not following, shame on you. If you're not following, then that's what you need.
Okay.
They
Wow.
need a spanking from Rainbow Granny. That's what you need. You need a spanking from Rainbow Granny. Ooh.
So Wild Bull Yonder wants to know, do tats really shift
Shift.
with
The skin
age?
shifts. The skin shifts. The tats where it is, but the
Mhm.
skin ain't never going to be where it was.
Uh,
Gravity is
see.
gravity. We cannot fight gravity. Wait,
No.
what's this say here? I want to.
You can't. Okay.
I didn't
I don't
know
know.
if it
We're
was
trying to
something.
read some of these. Huh. Okay. Some of the comments we're just trying to look at, and we both get quizzical, and then
Yeah, we can't. Some of
pause
it we
for
can't
too
understand
long.
it, right? So we have to make sure it's something that's not. It's
Yeah.
yes, things sagging. I know. What are you trying to say, Mac?
Trying to not get a kicked off TikTok. I think
What
that's
are
what
you trying to
Mac's
say,
trying to
Mac?
say.
You trying to say that I guess maybe if you do it right.
Very true. Gravity plays on tattoos as well. I
Yes,
guess
it
it's like
does,
getting a
Frida.
smallpox shot that sure moved lower.
Did it? Is this what
How long
mine
have
is
you
on the
guys been
side?
together? Do you have any friends I could date?
Is it on my side?
I don't even see it
It's like
anymore.
a great big vaccination. Maybe it's on this
Yeah, I
side.
think the skull is kind of gone now by now. How
Nuh-uh.
old were you?
Stop it. It was big and it's always there.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I never even
I'll
noticed
probably
it.
catch smallpox by next week now.
No, I
Wait,
think after a while the skin
it's gotta be there. I always had it. It was a big round thing about this big.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Did you have one?
I don't think so.
They back
I
in the
think they
days,
gave things differently by the, and we're only a couple of years different.
right?
Too.
And you know what? They lined us up in the gymnasium of the high school, Bel Air High School, Bel Air, Ohio, and they had hundreds of kids in a big long line wrapped all the way around the auditorium, right? And they had a gun, a big, huge gun with a cord that went and must have hooked up to the bucket full of stuff. And when you'd walk up, they'd go boom, boom. It sounded like a staple gun, you know? And all I can remember is I had a cousin, and he was so loud when they shot him that with the he was so loud that I can still, after all, and I was probably only about 7, if that. I don't know how old you are when they give them to you, that I can still remember his scream.
I didn't get any shots that left scars behind, and polio was it was like in a little Coke bottle and you drank it when I got it.
See, Mac's parents have the scar. Mac, I have it too, but I can't seem to wherever it was. It's probably no way did it fade away. It just probably shifted and it's down around
down around under your armpit
now.
now.
It's down around underneath my armpit now.
So this is interesting. What's happening is you had that scar your entire life, and now it's like, where did it go? You're missing it. It's like
here.
It's a part of your body, and
you're
it's
just
gone.
not looking good for it because it's got to be here. Here, hold on, everybody. Let me find it. Let me see. Look, Judy. Look.
I don't.
It's a big round spot.
No, it's not there anymore.
Stop it.
It's gone.
Look real close. Look real good.
Yeah.
Which arm should it be on, guys?
It's gone.
Which arm does your parents have it on? Because it'll be on the same arm for everybody. We all lined up in the same auditorium and went through the. Poof! It's gone.
Poof. But I understand the feeling, because I had a scar here on my chest from when I was 7 years old, and I was playing around the slide in the backyard, and instead of just climbing up the ladder and sliding down, I was climbing, and so I fell. I fell and I ripped my shirt and I got a scar, and that scar was always my little soft bush wannabe scar, and it's gone now. Because I was 7 and now I'm 63.
I'm going to wait till someone that really cares can look really close and make sure that this is not, it's no way is that God. It's just so far back there that I can't.
Maybe it's on your back now?
Yeah. It's under my arm or it's on my back.
You think it got gone when you had your shoulder
That's what I was
replaced? Is that what
wondering,
you're
if they
wondering
took
now?
it away. If they didn't, because my scars are in the front from my surgery.
Oh, look. Liz Griff still has theirs. It's on the left, and it's 65 years old.
Oh, yours is on the left. See, what's your name just said hers is on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I'm 65 too, and that's why I know it's here. I know it's here. It's got to be. There's no way I lost that. Okay.
No, I don't see it.
I gotta rest now. I just feel
like a part of you gone that you didn't know was gone.
yeah. Huh? It'd be like all of a sudden your elbow's missing. Like, what the hell you mean my elbow's missing? It was there before. Gosh, well,
and you don't even care that my little soft foot scar is
no,
gone.
I don't care because I have a big vaccination shot on my arm that's there. I'm sure.
I lose my key, but never lost a scar.
That's right. I can't find my cell phone, but no, I can't find. Oh.
Will you be my grandma? I don't have any anymore. Are you sure that you want
sure
this
you
for your grandma?
Because I'm gonna make you look for that scar. You wait and see. If Megan happens, she said that she might be here around 9:30 to pick up her. She worked midnight shift last night, and she might be here around 9:30 to pick up her dinner that I made for her last night. So if she comes, I'm making her look. I can't believe too that. I wonder if she remembers me ever even talking about it. You know, I'm glad that you guys are all familiar with what I'm talking about. You know, that it's a good thing that I'm not alone in this world. That,
I have older siblings who got that scar, but I did it. They must have given the vaccine a different way by then.
Yeah. How you feel?
What, like left out? No. I like my scars that I get from being rough and tough and tumble little kid, not because I got some dumb vaccine. Let's see. I'd like to get my mom's name on my upper left leg. She had passed away.
Yeah. You see, I'm kind of afraid about getting tattoos too because I have let's see, put the camera on the left arm and let us look. Well, that is so nice of you, but I got a feeling that Yins won't be able to find it because if I can't find it, you wait. I'm gonna let my daughter look. I cannot believe this. I'm serious.
That scar was there for your entire life. It's like
wonder when it went away. Don't you think I should have felt it when it fell off? You know, or like faded away? No way. I've got scars on my legs from when I was a little girl. I got stung with a bee. You know.
I still have some scars on my knees from falling on the playground.
Yeah. I don't think kids fall on the playground anymore.
Well, they got their soft landing now.
Well, they have to come out of the house in order to do it.
Oh,
most of them are in the house. Probably tripping over video game cords. That's probably how they all get hurt now. You know? But then again, I think the video games don't have cords on them either.
No, everything's
you know, God help us. Thank God that none of the kids need that done now, because if we had to try to Bluetooth everybody's toys so that they would work, they better get the blocks out and build something. I was a clumsy kid, so I have scars. I know, Heather, me too. I was out and about doing my thing. You know, I remember falling down when I was in high school. That's part of why my knee's bad now. Tony Eddy was this guy, and him and I were good friends, and we were in English class, and our lockers were side by side, and we laugh and we'd have fun and stuff. And we got ready to leave English class that one day, and Tony says, "I'll race you to our lockers." And I'm like, "Okay." And he says, "Go." And we took off running, right? We took off running. Well, back then in 1976, we all wore great big, they called them elephant leg pants. And they were great big wide pants with a cuff at the bottom. And I'm going to tell you, you ain't fell until you caught your foot in that cuff. Yeah, I'm running and I caught my foot in that cuff. And the crowd, the hallway was crowded with all the kids. It's time to change class and stuff. And you would have thought I was like Moses.
They all went out of the way.
It just parted. It just parted, and my foot caught in those bell-bottom pants with the cuff, and it just drove me down, and I slid up through the hall, right? And then, out of embarrassment, I got up, right, and I hobbled over to my locker, and he's like, "Ha ha, I beat you," you know.
didn't matter that you fell.
Yeah, he didn't say, "Are you okay?" or nothing. Ha, beat you. Yeah, you busted your knee too. So the next morning, okay, so I hobble on home. I'm okay because I ain't never really hurt, you know. Um, so I hobbled on home, and in the morning, when the morning comes, I woke up, and next thing you know, I passed out. Boom, right on the bathroom floor. My mom comes in there. She said, "Well, what's wrong? What's wrong?" Well, evidently, I had tore the ligaments in my knee. Falling down like that. So them bell-bottom pants, they probably were banned. They try to not let the kids wear Crocs and stuff like that now, but I mean, I bet you they could be pretty dangerous if you try to run in them. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I fell down in bell bottoms at the zoo, catching my foot in the opposite bell bottom way.
Yeah, boy. Man, I tell you, there ain't no recovering from it neither. It's not like you can try to oh nope, because it's almost like somebody just snatched your other foot out and that's it. You're down, you're gone. Judy.
So Judy and Edie, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, you can read.
Were you out to your parents?
Mm.
I came out to my parents in my 20s. I didn't come out to them right away. I came out to my brother first and then my sister, and then later I was brave enough to come out to my parents. And everybody was okay, I mean, it was like my parents wanted to make sure I was okay. There was nothing wrong because, they grew up where it's a mental illness or something like this, but they couldn't match the two with me. I was fine. And so they just worried about my safety. They just worried about my safety. But yeah, I was out to them, and it took my parents a little while to figure out that it was all okay. It was a shock to them because they had never occurred to them, and they never expressed any kind of prejudice against gay people. But it's still, when it comes to your own kid, they want to make sure they didn't do something wrong. There's not something they need to do to make everything all right. So I gave my parents books to read. The books then were titled like Now That You Know. And my parents didn't understand why I was giving them these books. And then I gave my mom something about a book for, moms with gay children. And my mom just gave the book back, said, "I don't give a shit what any other person thinks. I just care about what I think." So I thought, okay. And then out of the blue, my mom said to me one day, "Okay, I understand now." I'm looking like, "You understand what?" She said, "I'm attracted to men, and if anybody told me I can't be and I have to be attracted to women, it wouldn't work because I'm attracted to men. So now I understand. You're attracted to women. Got it." Yeah. So that's my story.
Yes. Well, I wasn't out to my parents. My father passed when I was 16, and I know. I mean, you know your children. You know your children. I mean, any of you that have children, you know your children. So I mean, a lot of people are in denial, but my mom knew. I remember when I was just a little girl, my mom said she didn't care what color the man was that I married, as long as it was a man. So I was only just a little kid at that time. So right then, that was evident that she knew that, I was different, So that's the way, it went with me. My last girlfriend, her and my mother did end up being very good, I guess friends or whatever.
They got along really well.
Yes, my girlfriend would take her to the doctors and all that kind of stuff for me so that I could continue to work and everything like that. So, I mean, and the woman, my mom knew that her and I were sleeping together, but we didn't, we just never talked about it. I wasn't brave enough to look at my mother and say, the truth of the matter is, but she knew, and she was there with me when my mom passed too, so it was just like, so it was. But after my mother passed, I found it a whole lot easier. And I mean, I'm not the only person that will say this. After my mother passed, I found it a whole lot easier to come on out to the whole world. I mean, there was relatives and stuff that were not very happy about who I was and that I announced this and everything like that. But it is who it is. And I am the only one that this is my life. This is not their life. If they want to be straight or they want to be gay or whatever they want to be, it's up to them.
Who they are.
Right.
But you did also have some relatives who are behind you.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have an aunt, Aunt Barbara. My Aunt Barbara has always been in my corner no matter what.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, and she loved me so much that I could probably, like, I don't know, catch squirrels and bite their heads off, and she would think it was okay.
You're her little baby.
Yeah, because if Edie thinks it's okay to bite the heads off squirrels, it's okay.
Max says my daughter is my best friend, and we both are vets. It's cool.
Right. Now my daughter and I are very good friends too. I mean, I'm still her mother, but her and I, we have a good time no matter what. Um, I think if we ever feel we're not having a good time, we go home. It's okay. Or we'll hang up. We'll just say, okay, well, I'll talk to you later. And in that way we don't leave it on like something like rah.
How old were you when you came out? Also, love those earrings.
Well, she was like 19 or so.
Yeah.
I found out, I guess, I mean, I even lived with someone and I never really officially came out. I did, if you go to our YouTube channel, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, there's one of the episodes on there where my daughter is here with us. And I'm sitting there, and this is my official time of actually telling her, even though she knew, even though I was with Judy, I was married and everything, but I just never ever said it, and it was it was still hard to say, even though I'm living with Judy, I'm married to Judy, we are who we are. My kids buy me all this rainbow gear and everything like that, but it still was hard.
I mean, we even have a YouTube episode where Edie comes out to her daughter on YouTube. You could check that out. It's
right.
It's very touching, and it's that thing that you could see us as old as we are, and to still turn to a family member, even if our own kids, and say, "I'm gay."
Right.
It's a huge deal. So it never stops. So Shan here is saying, growing up, I was told over and over again that we don't have gays in our family. So they knew too.
Right.
And then when Shan said, when I came out at 37, my sister said, it's about time that you figured it out.
Right. And Claudia over here says, my sister outed me to my mom to see her reaction before she outed herself. You know what? I tell you, them sisters.
Boy, that's a sibling for you.
Yeah. Now, see, mine, I don't discuss it with her because she cares for Judy now. And me and her have a nice relationship to where we communicate. We text almost every day and everything. But my sister freaked out when I first told her. She freaked out. And I don't know why, we just never discussed it. We never discussed, why did you freak out? Why were you angry with me for telling you who I am? But I know that a lot of times, people have their reasons for why they feel what they feel. And it's okay. Good morning, Catherine. Thank you for hanging out with us. Anybody that's not following us, make sure you're following us. We also have a YouTube channel with Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. So it's 20 minutes after 9, so we're not sure what time we'll switch off, but we will be switching off over to our YouTube channel only. And over there, we'll be telling some kind of secret. Do you know a secret?
Do you promise not to tell?
Let's see.
Whoa,
good morning. This is
in the
making
house.
me smile. Thank you. Hey, Manny, thank you. I'm glad we're making you smile. So Fiji. We going there for a vacation too? Have you ever had a roommate?
Yes. Have you ever had a roommate?
No. I married my roommate. Anyway, I do have these cards here with some weird little questions on it. It says, what has been your worst experience with a roommate? This is for all of you. What has been your worst experience with a roommate? So, what's yours, Judy?
My worst experience with a roommate is, let me see. I had one roommate where I had bad experience, period. And this roommate was a perpetual liar, and I didn't know it at the beginning when we met.
Yeah.
And I had two roommates. So, and one of them was a perpetual liar. And so, these were two people I just met in college, and we decided to get an apartment together. So it's not like we were friends and knew each other well. We all just wanted an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that one roommate, just finding out that somebody lied was bad for me, because I was 19 years old and I just met lots of honest people my whole time growing up. And all of a sudden there was somebody who wasn't. And then she went away on vacation, but she didn't tell me that she offered two of her friends to stay in her room while she went away on vacation. Normally that might have been okay, but she didn't tell me, and her friends were just using my stuff.
Yeah.
And that was, and I was like, oh, I
God.
kicked them out of the apartment. Yes, I did.
How'd you do it? Did you say, get out of my
I
apartment?
did.
Yeah.
I did.
You raised your
It
voice.
was one of those times, they were using my personal stuff in the bathroom and
Ew.
everything. And
You mean
it
they
was
were
like,
putting their underarms on your
I don't know,
deodorant?
taking my towels and stuff.
You know, I don't want nobody to put their underarm on my deodorant. Mm-mm.
Maybe roommates can offer their room their friend to stay in or whatever. This was, a straight couple who decided, they were going to stay there because they didn't have their own place to stay at as a straight couple. And so their friend said, oh, you can stay in my room. But they were rude.
Well, Toby said,
I threw them out.
She had a problem that really irked her. Evidently, they didn't clean the tub. They didn't clean the tub. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with that because I don't have to share it. So it's nice. We're very, even with us being married, it's so nice that we have extra bathrooms here.
So we did kind of just gravitate each to our own.
Right. Judy has one she uses and I have one I use, and it's okay, because then there's it's our stuff, even though you can use my stuff if you want. If there's anything in there you would like to use. Is there anything you want to use?
No, I like using my own stuff. I had roommates who were so messy I couldn't use the kitchen.
Yeah. That's me sometime. I'm a little messy in there. Let's see what this one say. If you had to buy all your clothes from one brand for the rest of your life, what brand would you pick?
I know which one you would pick.
Huh. Well, I don't know. That was just kind of like, Hanes? You'd buy them from Hanes, huh? So you just wear nothing but underwear and T-shirts. Tractor Supply. Good morning, Sharon. Hey, how you doing? That's Sharon. That's 6 foot tall, big glass of water, fine looking Shannon.
Oh, and on the last question, Shan has said that I haven't had bad experiences with the roommate. It was all good.
That's good. Duluth, Cherokee, Levi's.
Is the clothing? I don't know that.
I don't know. I've never heard of Waxers. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Kirkland. Okay. I've seen Kirkland. That's at Costco or
Kirkland,
Sam's.
That's Costco.
Crocs. Does Crocs sell like clothing or just shoes? Judy is going to get you, Edie. What did I do? Oh, because Judy knows how I feel about my Shannon or Sharon. Look, I got all confused with the name. You know how I am. There I go. Me and my flirt. I done play. I get the names all mixed up too, but I think you're special. Yeah. Let's see.
Boxers. Yeah, boxers, but with W for women. Oh, we didn't know that.
We'll have to maybe look that up and see what kind of pants.
Maybe I'd like that too.
You probably would.
Carhartt line jeans, and they're awesome.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I still wear Gloria Vanderbilt's. Do they sell them? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That means your pockets are all the way up in your waistband. That's what I hate about them kind of jeans. It's like the pockets they make pockets on women's jeans about this big.
Yeah.
And they fit way up around. It's like, I want a pocket that I can slip my cell phone in or
put there for looks, but not for use. Twins. So I'm sorry. We're both looking at the same message again, trying to make sense instead of keeping the conversation going.
Yeah, that's because we have to try to figure out.
So for me, probably
Cooch says Waxers are very comfortable.
Yeah. I like lesbian purse pants, and so whichever one fit and look nice on me. But if I had to do the dress up clothes, I think what was the one that I like to go to, and I can't remember the name all of a sudden.
You used to go to Chico.
Chico, that's it. I used to like Chico stuff. So, but I haven't gotten new clothes for a long time.
You just went not too long ago. Remember? You
No,
bought
but
a
not
bunch
for
of new
dress
ones.
up clothes. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
well,
what?
I did, but I didn't. I was just looking for anything that fit and looked nice and was economical. I didn't find
That's what we
anything I just
all do when we
love.
go shopping.
I didn't
We
find
all.
anything I
That's
love.
how we all do it.
Mhm.
Nobody really loves what they get. They get something that looks nice, fits nice, and they can afford it. That's all, you
Uh-huh.
know.
Uh-huh.
So, what else is happening here? Let's
Okay.
see. Nope, can't read
Okay,
it.
we're going to try to look for another question. So, a guy at work was taking donations for a fundraiser, and I pulled my wallet out of my pocket. He was so offended and said women should carry purses.
Oh
Well, I
my!
guess he didn't get a donation, did he? What was he donating? What was the donation for? It's a man's world, man's man. We got to take it back.
So this one says, iced coffee or hot coffee? Which one do you like? You like iced coffee or hot coffee? Let's see.
Let's see.
A casual linen for privacy and a couple suits for
For
protest.
protest.
You like
Hot
hot?
coffee.
I'm back. Both Coach. I love
Hot.
Coach. Hot.
Everybody likes hot coffee.
Iced.
Hot coffee. Iced
Senior
coffee.
Banana, how you doing there, girlie? Let's see. Now that I'm close to retirement, I'm trying not to buy clothes.
Wear what I
I
have.
Oh, that's no fun.
So,
You know, depending on what size you got, I have an array from little tiny skinny clothes to big fat eaty clothes. So, you know, stop by. I'll help you out. Let's see. Home when I make it.
hot when I make it at
Oh,
home.
okay. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Iced coffee, hot coffee. What about you?
I prefer hot, but I have had some iced coffee where it's pretty good, you know? I mean, I think, but the only thing is, like, a lot of times they put it with all that cream and sugar in it, and it's just way too sweet. I noticed, like, you know what to say. Remember, we've talked about this before. I, I'm no good at Starbucks. When I go to Starbucks, I find it to be so overwhelming that I can't like walk in there and place an order. So all I do is just get regular coffee and leave room for cream
Mm-hmm.
because the rest of them, there's too many ins and outs and everything like that, you know?
Yeah, Iceland's in the house. So I don't like iced coffee at all. I just can't stand iced coffee. So hot coffee. But I've had hot coffee with a scoop of ice cream in it, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, do you think that Starbucks is hard to order at?
No, but I don't mind standing there and looking for a while to figure out what I want. I just don't stand in line and do it.
And we, you know,
So people have to wait
we're
for
going
me.
to Seattle soon. And when we went out there, I had some coffee, and it just tastes like regular coffee. It was nothing. I don't really care for Starbucks.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think but I do like. I do like them cake pops. Good Lord, them cake pops that start. You know what? Okay, if we go out today and we ride past a Starbucks, that's what I want today. I want Edie wants a cake pop.
A cake pop.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my God, boy, there's a little bit. I have actually seen how to make them, but I know they would be a dangerous thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so cute. And let's see, Dutch Bros is the best. I don't know. Is Dutch Bros in Seattle too? As far as coffee goes.
I don't know.
Destin, I'm glad it overwhelms you too. I walk in there and I just have to go basic. Just basic. I would never get to know if they have something that I really, really like because the menu is so overwhelming to me. I just walk in there and I don't know what a Lupa Grand Spring and League.
There was one restaurant I went to. It used to be in Shadyside. There was a store, and then they had a little restaurant portion in it, and they had two dishes you could order from, one vegetarian and one not vegetarian. And I absolutely loved it. And the dishes were always good. They were always different. And I didn't have to like sit there and decide. I just knew, do I feel like vegetarian today or do I feel like a meat dish today?
So Max says it's the customers and the prices for me. So I can't figure out Starbucks sizes even. I know what you mean. I mean, I do. I just want a large one, but I would like to have one with the flavors in it. But I don't want a whole bunch of sugar in my drink.
Right.
You know, I want sugar-free, flavored.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Senior Banana Lady. Every Senior Banana Lady goes to my senior group, right?
Right.
And so every Wednesday, she rolls in, her and her girlfriend, and they have drinks from like McDonald's or something, like an iced coffee and a Coke or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Senior Banana Lady, this is a request from Rainbow Granny. Bring me one of those iced coffee things, just a small one, that you drink that has like a low sugar so that I can try and taste one of those things and see if it's something that I might like.
So the Starbucks building next to the Baltimore estate went down the river in a flood. Whole building gone.
Wow. So I guess you don't have to decide what you want to drink there, huh?
Geez.
Let's see. I like hot
or cold coffee.
Yeah.
We can keep reading in unison when we do. I think it's fine.
Yeah. So.
But Senior Banana Lady said you got it.
Okay. Here's another one of these cards. Let's see what this says. Lose all the money you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained this year. Ooh, and why? Wow.
Let me see that again.
You read it.
Lose all the money or lose all the memories?
This year.
I would lose all the money I earned this year. Because all the memories and experiences.
Well, they are only talking 1 year's worth of money.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be okay.
We'll have some stacked away.
Stacked. Look at
but
you.
Those memories,
yeah, like we got it all stacked.
But those memories, you can't get them back.
Yeah.
Well, the house is paid off.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Anybody else? What would it be? Lose all the money you earned this year or all the memories?
Do you still have
a
P.O. box? Yes, we do still have a P.O. box.
Yeah, you can send the book to me for a book report. Yeah,
that'd be great.
That's Mandy from yesterday. We were talking about.
So the book, you want to go to my TikTok?
Well, I think
so we can have other.
Also, no time.
Mm-hmm. When I say something, why can't we just go with it?
Yeah, just do it, huh?
Right.
I have to fight with you.
Right.
P.O. box.
You'd rather lose your memory. Jane would rather lose her money, and then you could type it in or something. Oh, okay.
P.O. Box 131, Wilmerdine.
So,
Pennsylvania.
Our post office box is 131, Wilmerdine.
Pennsylvania 15148. It's on the TikTok page. It's on Edie's. Oh, yeah.
So, I know what you mean. Dang. Tracy's talking about her post office box in Asheville now is over $100 a year. Ours is expensive too. I'm not sure because I can't decide if we want to keep it or not. But the moment I decide not to keep it, then somebody wants to send something. Let's see.
Right.
I would like for somebody to type it in.
Okay.
But I don't understand why I'm having such a hard time. Let's see if I can type it here on this. 131. Whoops.
Yeah, because then I can look it up. Because I can't be on here and type it in at the same time.
But you can get rid of this. And okay.
There we go. P.O. Box 131.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can type it in there.
Right.
You talk.
Oh. No. Why would you want to make it easy on me? Okay. Let's see. On page. Got it. Thank you, Matt. If anybody else wants to type it in there, you can type it in there. We really appreciate it because evidently we're having trouble getting it. Let's see. Okay. Here's another one of these cards. Would you rather live without music or live without television, and why?
I'd rather live without television.
Oh, definitely. Would you rather live without music or without television? Yeah, Bad Stud says TV. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, I hardly even watch the TV. There you go. Thank you very much. Post Office Box 131, Wilmerdine, Pennsylvania, 15148. Let's see. Without TV for sure. I barely watch. Yeah, I don't hardly watch TV either. I have it in the background. Jane says she needs her music. I totally understand that. You listen to music a lot too.
I listen to it nonstop. I always have music on.
Yeah. So, Haley, how you doing? I don't know if I've seen your name before. So I'm glad to see you're jumping on here saying something. So Haley says without television for sure.
There we go. I put the P.O. box on both.
And Mandy says it's a struggle of coming out and how Oh, you're talking about your book, Mandy. Whenever you send your book, we will make sure that we
Give it a shout
yep,
out.
we give it a shout
Yep.
out. In the meantime, let's see what we got. Your team has completed a second stage in Team Quest. Thank you very much. I guess I think we figured it out. Let's see. Can you look in the comments about cruise?
So did we miss that
We
somewhere? When
must
you
have
go ahead
missed
and talk,
something.
I'll try to find it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to talk and Judy's going to try to find it. I put on my headphones one and get. That's my daughter Reagan calling, but I can't talk to her right now because we're on here. She's probably
Well,
letting me
it's
know she.
interesting. Everybody would go without TV rather than without music. That's kind of cool.
Let's see. Put my headphones on. I don't know. I'm lost.
So I don't see the. You might need to write that comment in again because I don't see
Yeah,
it.
you have to retype it. Something about a
And pin
cruise.
it to the top
I
or
know we had
something like
talked
that.
about going on a cruise, and we're
Mhm.
looking forward to doing that. So you put your headphones on and do gardening and housework. Is that because there's somebody else in the house and they don't enjoy the same music, or is it
Well,
because
even when I'm doing dishes, I like to put music on while I'm doing dishes. It
but you
keeps
don't
me
want to wear
entertained.
headphones to do it?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Is there
Oh,
someone else in
oh,
the
I
house
see.
for not to
Hmm.
share the sound? Or let's see, I went to a woman's. Oh, that's what we were wondering how that went.
So, and Haley hasn't written on here before, so this is cool. I think music can communicate emotion better, so that's why I need it.
I totally
That's right.
understand that.
That's right.
So I see where a senior banana lady went to that lesbian
When
roller
roller
derby last
derby.
night. So I'll bet you that was pretty fun. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know how many of you are older like me and her, but do you remember watching roller derby on Saturday morning? Oh, that's probably because
I
your
never,
family didn't let you see it.
I never watched.
Your family didn't let you know it was on. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it was on. We would be watching roller derby. How many of you guys tell me? Type in the thing. Say yes. I remember. Yes. Okay. Yes. On TV. I remember watching roller derby on TV, and then I can't remember what none of them. But it was like a big thing, and like you
Yeah.
would watch the women do that thing where they grab a hold of somebody's arm and sling them around the ring, and it would
Yeah.
knock out about five. Yeah, have you ever watched roller
No,
derby?
I didn't like it probably because and that's what senior banana lady saying it was brutal. I didn't watch hockey in those days because Pittsburgh's hockey team all they did was beat each other up, and I didn't watch roller derby because all they did was beat each other up.
Yeah, well, we're
That
all grown
wasn't
up
my
now,
thing.
and we can handle a little bit of beating up.
It wasn't my thing.
Let's see. My aunt loved roller derby. We would watch it with her. See, we watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was pretty much an only kid at that time because my sister's 8.5 years younger than me. So my mom would turn the TV on, and after the cartoons, that's what would come on. Would be roller derby, and I would sit there and watch the women's roller derby. I should have known right then
Mhm.
because
That.
I bet you straight little girls wasn't watching the.
Yeah.
Do you think straight girls was watching the women's roller derby back then? I don't think so. Do you watch the WNBA? Not as much as I wish I did. No, I'm just not into it that much.
Yeah, Haley saying I'd
Look, they
love to see roller derby event live, and Shan said I went to live roller derby a few years ago. Also, too much violence for Shan, but some people like that stuff.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I used
It's
to
part of
work
the
with.
sport. It's
I
part of
worked
the
with one of the
winning.
girls that when I this last job I had, she was roller
Hmm.
derby, and
Yeah.
I don't know if she still does it because she had moved and stuff, but she was loving it too.
Now I am
You know,
impressed with roller derby because I can't roller skate at all.
she was the one that sat down beside me one day and
Yeah.
decided to come out, and I knew it. I
Uh
worked
huh.
with her for like 2 years, and we're sitting there every day, and every day I'm thinking, she's gay, and then she started telling me about roller derby, and
Yeah.
she's roller derby and stuff, and then finally one day she starts telling me about I get a girlfriend, and it's like no shit. Of course, I mean, you should. You're a nice looking girl. You got a job and you like roller derby. Why
Yeah.
not?
I want to give a shout out to Kickstart here, also not always writing on here. Said I watched it. I loved the Teamsters. They were all female.
Thank you, Kick Third. I
Yeah.
appreciate, anybody that hasn't written in our chat, please write something because that actually helps with the numbers too. And over here on TikTok, make sure you're tapping that screen.
So I would like to go to a women's basketball game. You know, Pitt had women's basketball game.
I'd
It'd be
like to
fun
go
there
watch Pitt's
sometime.
volleyball. Last year, Pitt's
Yeah.
volleyball was the shit. I guess my nose keeps itching, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm so happy we're getting the rainbow back. Huh. I don't know what this is about.
Oh, I got a feeling. I got a feeling that you're not right there on the right side. That you're like trying to try to talk to God. You're trying to stir up some stuff and everything. And why would you do that? Why would you do that? We don't go nowhere over there bothering them, huh? Why would they do that? I didn't go over there telling them that they are. She came in here, didn't she? Yeah. Did anybody tell her to come in here and start trying to have church? Matter of fact, shouldn't she be at church?
Yes.
Don't they have church this morning?
Yet.
No.
It's not even 10. Church just started.
You could probably still get into Bob Evans for breakfast.
Yep.
How long we've been together? We've been together 11 years. And yeah, I know. Ignore the haters. I know. Sometimes I just got to get them. I can't stand it. But we've been together 11 years. We've been married 3, and we're having a good time.
Because they didn't make think that we've had the rainbow. So I didn't understand that comment.
Yeah,
you know?
well, don't even worry about it. She couldn't figure it out, so why could we figure it out? You know, I mean, it didn't make sense. Maybe she should have took a little more time when she was typing that in, so we would have all understood.
Right. You're still on the wrong channel. I can see them still. She's still talking.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Oh, she's gone.
Thank you, Destin. Yeah. Let's see. Do y'all feel safe?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel real safe.
We're lucky here. We do.
Yeah.
I mean, our street especially, we feel safe because we have our rainbow stuff out on the street. So whenever anybody buys a house here, they already know that it's a rainbow street. So
we had 2 people buy houses on our street because there was a rainbow flag out here, and they felt safe. And that's a wonderful thing. So honestly, if you're out and about and you happen to see a rainbow flag on somebody's porch or yard or whatever, you can guarantee that that's a safe place. I mean, it just feels good to know that when somebody told us.
Yeah, we live in Pittsburgh, which is progressive, and so it's a progressive city. You know, it can be very conservative in some way, but it's progressive as far as being gay. It's like we've got lots of support around here, so it feels fine. So Edie's gonna pull out another.
I was actually trying to find one to help go with our secret. You know,
we're gonna be taking off soon.
Yes,
because I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna make scrambled egg whites today.
Wow. Yeah, I'll take some too. Hey, I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. What I'm saying right now is anybody on TikTok, if you want to come over to YouTube in order to hear the secret, right now is a good time to do it. You know, because we want you to come over there. We want you to follow us on YouTube. It's Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. And then that way it helps build our numbers over there, which is allowing me to subsidize our income. Hopefully one day we can increase our watch hours, and that's what we need on there. So I'm saying bye to all of you. Judy's saying bye to all of you. I want to thank you all for all your gifts. Stay here on YouTube.
We got our secret to share. But see you TikTok. See you next weekend.
Yeah, you guys, you know, thank you very much because we're over here. Anybody want to type that on the bottom, and I'll stay for just a few minutes. Our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. You know, come on over. Come on over.
And when you get over here, I want to read this out for everybody for a second. Haley said, I've just bought my first house and hung my pan flag in February. It was nerve-wracking a little for where I live, but totally worth it.
Yes, once you do it, it's just like, okay, it's out there. They have to, I mean, we ride around through neighborhoods and I'll say, oh, look, there's a trans flag, you know, because we know that somebody's bold enough, you know, to just go ahead and, you know.
I know we know it's a safe place.
And I get Starbucks. Sounds good. But I want low sugar.
Right.
Because if I get too much sugar, it makes me like,
So we got folks moving over. Vicky's here, Catherine's here, Destin's here, Nancy's here, Jane is here.
Oh, see, that's it. Come on over to YouTube.
Come on over to YouTube.
And type in the thing, say I'm here. And then that way we know you're here, and it helps with all the algorithm. In just a second or so, we have about 15 minutes before we're completely gone. So, and Shannon's still here. That's a girl. You know, I'd like to give you a big hug. I'd like to give Shannon a big hug.
Go ahead. Here.
So since she's not here, I'll
give
you
your hug.
Oh,
that's your hug, Shannon.
Oh, thank you so much for like hanging out with us and like being part of it and keeping it all going over here. We appreciate it. So here we go. Bye, guys.
See you TikTok.
I'm trying to see whatever anybody else
Okay.
says because I can't stand it. Okay, bye. I gotta go.
Bob is here.
Come over to Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
Camera's up here.
Oh, doesn't it feel good to rest? Oh.
To have our attention on one place.
Yeah. And just be happy. Hey, thank you, Paulette, for coming. Hi. Hey, Jacob, thank you very much for coming. Hi. Let's see. Paranormal here. Thank you, Tracy. So, anybody have a secret? Does anybody have a secret? Because I told all my secrets. I can't think of a secret because I'm always talking. Let's see. If you hit the like, please. Definitely hit the
Kathy
like.
said, how many more watch hours do you need? Time.
Well, what it is, Kathy, the way this works is we've got enough followers, subscribers, which is very nice, but they're not all watching our thing.
Camera here.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
we have a computer here that we can read the comments.
Yeah, so they're not too far away. So they're not too far away from me.
Right.
So what we need is you have to have 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. Well, we didn't hit it. We're okay with. I'm okay because we're okay. It just would be really, really great if one of our videos would take off and like all of a sudden there would be a lot more people realize that Edie and Judy are out here and they would want to watch our show, and then that way we hit, because some people like can do. I'm thinking if I do switch up and do like another channel, I don't know if I should do another channel or just add to this one, because I'm thinking about doing one with our gardening stuff. So, I don't know exactly how to go about doing that, because adding the gardening to it should be able to maybe help with our.
Right, and there's still Rainbow Granny doing the gardening.
Yes, Rainbow Granny doing the gardening, because yesterday I did apply for that. It's basically I forget what they called it. It was like, but that thing I use, that garden system, they have on there where I can become a member of it, and if anyone buys any, and like an affiliate,
right, you join an affiliate or put an application in for it.
So they got like certain demands and stuff like that in order to make it. So I was thinking about that.
So I want to say Claudia came over here, and Wild Bull, which is Cowgirl Bye is here. So James Cochran, I feel so proud of myself for getting here.
Oh, James, I know how it is. I lost my vaccination. It's gotta be on there somewhere.
And Haley's saying, I'd love to watch you gardening. See, this is your secret. There we go.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, and yes, Rainbow Granny content is Rainbow Granny content. Love the garden.
Yeah, well, I got lots of seeds started here, and we bought a thing outside. I'm going to start doing what do you call that? Like pallet. They call it pallet gardening. So we should do more videos of showing what we're doing, like just get this garden up and going.
Yeah, because we showed them all the dumb dances that we do. Why not show them the gardening that we do?
I want to do that new one out on TikTok, but I just, how's that? What about the fan? Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out here. Thank you so much. Let's see. This is my first YouTube live only for y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Cowgirl, bye. Thank you. Thank you all so much, because I mean, it's a lot of fun. We get up here and we make our cup of coffee in the morning, and we look so forward to like.
Yeah, every once in a while we wake up in the morning on the weekend and Edie says, do you want to just sleep in? Don't want to do this today, because she knows I've been working all week, and I wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, I look forward to this. I love this. So Calamity Jane, who is Claudia, I think, said, make sure you plant marigolds with your veggies so the bugs go for the flowers and
I
not your
started
vegetables.
some marigolds. Well, no, they haven't come up. I think I didn't start them right. But the rest
Yeah.
of them over here are. Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't really see them. Okay. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
we got
Do a
lots of
close-up
baby
of them
plants.
sometime.
Yeah, lots of baby plants
Yeah.
started, and I am really excited about it. So,
Oh, and Kick Dirt wants to know if we're on every day. We're not on every day, though.
no.
Edie once in a while comes on during the week, even because I'm working. But if Edie's doing gardening or doing something, she'll click
Yes,
us
I'm
on.
gonna have to, start using the YouTube more. That's what I need to do
Mm-hmm.
in order to let people know this is where we are. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I thank you for telling us and suggesting. Oh, we're both looking down.
Yeah.
For suggesting that we just stay on this channel and not open a second one. Because it can be just Rainbow Grannies do what we do.
Right. Justin saying YouTube like topics, so maybe do more live videos with a popular topic as a description. It may help your channel.
Yes, thank you very much, Justin. Man, I tell you, I'm feeling a little emotional right now. I'm feeling love coming from them. It's not just that weird love, but I'm feeling the real kind, the kind that's just like, yeah, let me see your garden. I want to, or just you guys wanting to help us. What is this?
Oh, our we have this YouTube live on also, and somehow the video is like way behind where we are now, but the comments are current. It's funny. I don't understand.
Yeah, I wonder where you guys are. Are they at this one or this one?
Oh, Shannon says I have lots of hearts going across the screen.
I know you do, and I thank you so much, Shannon.
And Starmill has roses here, and we're getting hearts and posted on here. Thank you, everybody.
This is weird.
Yeah, what's weird is our video is way behind.
I mean, way
behind. I don't know what happened.
Oh my!
It's like it's starting over
again.
Yeah,
it's like we're watching what we just did.
It just suddenly switched and did that. I don't know why.
Wow. Anyway, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us and having a good time. We can get ready and shut down and stuff. If you happen to know anybody that you think they might like our content, share it with somebody. Get us some more going. Anybody that wants to send me messages on anything at all, it's okay. Send the messages. You can write them on the YouTube comment thing or whatever. If you have any ideas of anything you would like to watch, anything you think that would be encouraging for us to grow our channel and stuff, thank you. Because we actually are not doing too bad for two old ladies that don't have, a bunch of help.
And a social media manager.
Right. Because that's what we wanted, was a social media manager. I felt like we were the Pittsburgh Steelers and the only thing we need is a coach. We got a good team going on here. We got a good following going on here, but we need somebody to help lead us the way.
That's right.
So, thanks. We'll see you next weekend.
Day. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.